This has been the most beautiful fall I can remember or recall. And every time fall comes around, I tell myself, man, because it's my favorite time of the year, I tell myself, man, I want to go out there and experience the beauty of nature because there's no other time during the year than the colors come out so beautifully. And it's such a special atmosphere. I don't know, it's something in me that just resonates. And I tell myself, man, this is fall now. I need to go out there, go into the forest, go into the woods, go for hikes. And it's not that I haven't been doing it. It's just always, each and every time I wish I would have done it more. And you know what? And I don't. And I miss it. And it's like, man, the leaves are already on the ground. What happened? I just missed it. And it's not completely I missed it. I just wish there would be more days, to enjoy that. But this year it's been different. This year I've really been making an effort to go outside, enjoy the forest. We have a preserve close by. And sometimes I go up by myself. Sometimes I go with my oldest or with my youngest. Middle one, not so much. But the other day I was out there and I was just thinking about sunrise and sunsets. And I will tell you more about this. But then, I was out there the other day with my youngest to watch the sunset. And it was beautiful. Like it's not even, it was clouded, but it doesn't matter. There's a time what happens is the reflection of the sun, or what we see left of the sun, is reflected on the clouds. So you still see it even if it's clouded. You can still see it, and it was beautiful. A beautiful atmosphere and scenery, and it's breathtaking. And so just a couple of days before that, because I went like 3 or 4 days in a row, I just went out there, just hiking, on trails, connecting, and it's just this does something to my soul. And so I thought about this sunset and sunrise, or sunrise and sunset, and this is not now trying to be too philosophical about it, or even change everything around, because I'm very grateful for the way we live and what we have available. But I thought about it. How was it back in the days when people literally got up with the sunrise, because you didn't need an alarm clock. Maybe you had a rooster like, but other than that, it just became light and you got up and went about your daily business. And then the same thing with sunset. Is like your alarm clock's like, hey fool, it's time to stop. And of course, what we are able to do nowadays is because we have all the technology, we have equipments, we have electricity, so we can prolong certain things that normally, ends naturally, and we can prolong it. And we have all these things now that entertain us, and in some degree, I believe, distract us from having a certain rhythm. And as I thought about that more, I felt like, this is, I like to go outside. I like to go outside and pray. I like to move around. Normally, I sit here by the fire pit. And, I've been doing this much more lately in this season that I'm in, this journey that I'm on. Not because I have to, because I want to. I long for it. And so I thought about it like, what if I enjoy this more? Because, if you go outside, especially on a fall day like this, or morning or evening, you see the stars. And they're out there all the time. And each time I go out there, I feel like, wow, this looks awesome. And I tell myself, why don't I see this more? And I don't. And so I started, based on this, I think you call it cadence. It's just like, how naturally things are moving, sunrise, sunset. And it's not that I get up with the sunrise, so to speak. I get up early anyway. I don't, sometimes not a lot of sleep. And so instead of going about my daily business, because I start early in my work, I started to make an effort to spend like 10, 15 minutes just outside before I go to work and just connect. There's a psalm, I should know it by heart. I should know where it says it, because I read it a lot of times. But basically it says, before the sunrise, I come to you, or seek you, God, and I give you sacrifice. Basically the sacrifice is my heart. I just place my heart on your altar in the morning and ask for fire to descend. And that sounds like, what are you talking about? And this is obviously not literally I'm placing my heart. It's a metaphor, and what it means to me is like, look, I'm starting my day intentionally, and offer God's my heart. You know the pain inside, you know the joy inside, you know what the questions I have, you know the answers that I think I need or want or seek for. However I feel, whatever's going on inside, that's a whole inside world right in my heart, right there. And you know everything about it. It is nothing hidden from you. So I place it purposefully. I place it before you, and ask you just to show me what do I need to change? What do I need to learn? What is not necessary? What can be burned off? What can I let go of that I don't need where I'm going? And without it, I can go on about this, but it helps me. It helps me, to just start intentionally like this. And while I do this, I enjoy what's around me, and it's beautiful. You see the stars, and you see sometimes how the dawn. The sky's changing. So this morning, man, it happened. I was like, I don't like the time change, but this was beautiful. It was perfect timing. So I go to one side and I see already the dawn. I see like the colors are changing in the sky. Sunrise is coming. Not yet, but you see it. It's coming. And I'm like, wow. And then I turn on the other side and there's a moon eclipse. And I'm like, whoa. I literally was like, wow, this is beautiful. Look at this. This is awesome. I tried to take pictures pretty hard, obviously. But there was a moon eclipse. I heard about it, that I was not aware that it's happening. And it was happening while I was out there this morning. And I didn't miss it. Some of the people I talked to today, they all missed it. It's like, I missed it. And the next one probably won't be even alive to to see it. So somebody said, well, I'm just going to go on YouTube and check it out. Well, that's again, when we have technology to do that. But saying all of this is, I experienced this morning, and I'm looking for sunset, or, what I do is before I go to bed, I make an effort again, just go outside. Sometimes it's short, sometimes it's long, but I want to end my day purposefully again, or intentionally, and say, look, I thank you for what happened today, or where I struggled, or whatever what's going on in my mind, and offer again prayers and petitions, and just sometimes just silence, sometimes nothing, sometimes I just listen, sometimes I'm just quiet because it's just so beautiful. And then the next thing that I realize, everybody I talk to and share this, thanks for listening, by the way, and watching, they have experience. We all had experiences like this. That would be an whole other episode for that. But where we feel like we connect, we feel like time stops, everything stands still. It's like, wow, and this is beautiful. It's breathtaking. It can be anywhere, but I love to go outside. I have been spending a lot of time outside over the last 4, 5, 6 months. And again, intentionally, because it speaks to me. I can connect with God through being outside, by being outside. And instead of just saying, man, it's available to me, and like, oh, this is great, and then life is too busy, and then you do it again, and like months have passed, or even longer than that. And I realized this is available to me, to you, to all of us, every single day. Sometimes, I even go out when it rains. It doesn't, I started to make a decision. I'm just going out there, period, no matter what. Because, in Switzerland, where I come from originally, there's no bad weather. There's only bad clothing. And so, you put on rain boots, rain jacket, whatever, or when it's cold, it's just another layer. It really doesn't matter. You can do this. We have, again, the technology and material nowadays shouldn't be a problem. But that's just where I'm at. And it helps me, man, because I go out there and I see it now every day. And every day is breathtaking. It doesn't change. And I don't have to come to a point again where I'm like, oh man, I missed it. No, but I didn't miss it. I didn't miss it today. Not even knowing that it's happening, this moon eclipse, I was there. And it was beautiful. And it's a moment, you can take pictures, that's great, but sometimes you just need to experience it and take it all in and stop what you're doing. And so by saying all of this, I just want to encourage you. I'm not saying you have to go now and do the same as me, but maybe try just to go out there more, try to connect, try to, offer your prayers, connect with nature, to God, however it works for you. We all feel things differently and process things differently. It helps me. But I want to encourage you, if even all this doesn't speak to you, just go outside more. It's so healthy, it's so good, and it's beautiful because you actually can see the stars, especially now. It's amazing. Somebody told me to finish this up that there was Jupiter or Saturn or one of those planets that was so close to the moon the other day. There's a bunch of stuff happening in the sky right now that are very amazing and unusual and don't come around quite often. So be encouraged, take a break, stop from what you're doing, intentionally stop and go out there and connect. Anyway, wanted to share this with you, and that's my perspective, how I look at it. And thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.